run out of lives, mate.
I was on heroin for years.
I never thought I could ever stop using drugs. I never thought I could do it, you know. I always thought that people like me died addicts.
I've always escaped all the problems in life with alcohol and drugs. The trouble just kept following me.
Whatever made me feel good, to get that high.
I've been addicted to amphetamines and heroin for over 12 years.
I was doing crime all the time to support my habit.
The heroin, like, that was a lifestyle, man. That was like, you'd wake up, it had a hold of you, you know? Like, I'd have leg cramps and straight away I'd be sick because I know I needed my morning shot and like, it's just bad. If I didn't have money, I'd get money, you know? Like, there was no, I'd get it, no matter what I had to do. I'd go rob someone on the street or just rob a house or break into cars. Like, within 2 or 3 hours, I'd have enough money to go get that fix, you know what I mean?
So I found myself hanging around homeless shelters, living on the streets, and basically using morphine every day to compensate for a pretty heavy heroin addiction.
For years I was just self-destructing away. I was on the naltrexone program a couple of times. I've been in and out of rehab. I died over 20 times, like from overdoses.
Became self-destructive, you know, and most of my drug use stemmed from that self-destructiveness.
I find a lot of the issues that face the youth in my area are passed down from the parents. They're generational. There are issues such as domestic violence, criminality, unemployment, poor self-esteem, a lack of vision for their future, teen pregnancies, amongst a host of other issues. And as a youth liaison officer, we're attempting to engage with other youth agencies in our area.
Hello, my name is Kevin Brett, the CEO of Teen Challenge New South Wales. We have 440 Teen Challenge centres all around the world. At Teen Challenge, we are committed to restoring young lives, restoring families, and building strong communities. I really believe in Teen Challenge. I really believe in the work that it's doing. I really believe that as an organisation, we can make a huge difference.
Addiction doesn't discriminate anyone, you know, and it doesn't matter who you are, what nationality or background or rich, poor, you know, it affects everyone the same way. And it really took me to hit rock bottom, you know. It took me to be living in a shack on the Brisbane River, you know. It took me to become derelict myself before I realised that heroin addiction is just not a good thing.
Sometimes, like, when I was on it, I'd just cry because like, I wanted to change. I didn't know how I could. I thought, I'm going to be stuck in this life forever, you know what I mean?
Shane Samira, one of my close mates in here, you know, and just where he's been through and what he's been through and what he's done and what God's done in his life is just so awesome, you know. It shows you what Teen Challenge can do to guys' lives.
About 4 weeks before I come to Teen Challenge, I started trying to get right with God, and I was expecting that miraculous healing off heroin. So I wouldn't have a shot before church and I'd go just praying like, change me, you know, but I didn't think I had to take big steps to change myself, and God would help me with them steps, but it didn't happen like that. And I just kept, that next month, like, it was probably the most depressing because I really, really wanted to change.
I had to lose everything before I finally decided that my way is not the best way.
I knew there was better out there. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that there was a better life. And yeah, I think I found it now.
I hit one stage after probably quite a few months of abuse. I was sitting in a park just by myself and just thinking about how bad life was, having all these thoughts of suicide. I rang up my mum and she come down, you know, I was in tears and that, and I just didn't want to live anymore, and you know, I was going through quite a rough stage, and then Mum told me about Teen Challenge.
It's about looking at your issues, really just focusing on what your problems are. I mean, you can't just come here and think that the problems will just fade away because you've spent a season here. It's about opening up, getting in touch with your emotions.
Yeah, I've been to a few different rehabs, and so I can compare the difference. Put it simply, I can really feel the love here, you know.
The challenge teaches you so much about yourself, and all this stuff you learn, it's great life skills.
I've never seen a group of men get along or live together like they do at TC. It's the only place where people could have a dispute and totally want to tear each other's throats out one minute, and then they're hugging each other by the end of the day, you know. And that doesn't happen anywhere else, I don't think.
There's a lot of love there, you know what I mean? If you're down and that, or you're having trouble, guys will get around and pray for you and all sorts of things, and yeah, it's just tons of support. I now have a reason to live, a future and a hope. I've learned so much about myself, and now I've scored this job at Clarence Street Cyclery, and it's turned my life around, and I'm doing what I love and enjoying riding, and so it's just an amazing turnaround. I never thought I'd be where I am.
I don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of acquiring drugs, being homeless, living the criminal lifestyle, you know, all this just for a few hours of peace when I've got it all the time now. And I couldn't find that in the conventional rehab. I needed to be around Christians, and I found that through the church, through the Teen Challenge.
The only drug that I need right now is God, you know, full on God in my life.
For my first weekend leave, I had people trying to offer me drinks and cones, and like, I was just, nah, I don't do, that's not me no more, you know. I can hold a conversation when I'm straight now. Feels good. Feels good to be straight.
The day I left my past behind and I died to myself to live for a life for Christ, and it's just been really awesome since.
I literally brought in a bag of bones, scraped him out of the gutter, and he was so thin, so sick. He had Hep C, he had shot liver. That's all gone. He is completely healed of Hep C, and he's so fit and so well. And I just bless the guys in here for what they've done for him. And I said, I've come to pick up my dream, and that is absolutely what I've got now.
There's been a lot of blessings in my life. I started running, and I want to use that in my life from where I come from, just to show like what God's doing in me, and that all things are possible.
If I hadn't found Teen Challenge, I'd either be in the gutter or I'd be dead.
Today is the day that my life is going to change. I am not the same, but I am not running away. Through Jesus' pain, my past has been erased, and I am not afraid of what the world may say, 'cause I will